Hello, YouTube. It's Barbara Jean. I'm really not sure how to start this subject. This is really a difficult word, and so I'm going to just start and see where it leads me. Just ask the Holy Spirit just to let me say what I need to say. And okay, this is going to be about Isaac and Ishmael, the heavenly battle, what's going on in the heavenly realms, and why there was a fight in the first place. Now, we all know that there was a battle between Satan, Lucifer, and God in the beginning. But most of us don't understand what it was about. I can't say I have all the answers. I don't. But this is what I'm just going to tell you what the Lord has shown me um, about this battle in the heavenly realms between God and Satan, and why there's this big fight. Now, we think of the fallen angels. Uh, I know in my own case, I think maybe a few hundred, a few thousand. No, it was millions and millions. So there was millions and millions of angels that rebelled against God in the heavenly realms, with Lucifer as its head rebel. And there had to be a pretty good, interesting, or at least a very big issue at stake about what is going on, why there was this big fall from grace for Lucifer, why this massive amount of angels rebelled against God. And I believe, from what I believe the Lord showed me, is that the major issue has been about the identity of Jesus Christ. It's always been about Jesus. This fight is over Jesus' right to inherit, Jesus' position, Jesus' name, who Jesus is. This has always been the major battle, and this has been the major battle in heaven. I just want to read something from um, Matthew and the temptation of Jesus Christ from chapter 4. I just want to quickly state when the Holy Spirit uh, um, drove Jesus into the wilderness. It was the Holy Spirit who drove Jesus into the wilderness to be tempted. So Jesus was fasted. He fasted 40 days. Now, I always find it remarkable that he fasted 40 days in the first place. But what it says is after 40 days, then he was hungry. That I find even more remarkable. But still, nonetheless, the Holy Spirit uh, drives Jesus into the wilderness to go through this time of testing and trial for him. And when he comes to this place where he's actually weak and his flesh is weak, then Satan comes to him. And what does Satan say to him? Chapter 4 of Matthew, he says, he was afterwards had and hungered. And when then the tempter came to him, he said, If thou be the Son of God, command that these stones be made into bread. So what was the temptation here, I think? Was it because he said, make the stones into bread? Jesus could have done it through faith. I'm sure he did. He broke all those loaves and fishes and made many breads, so he could have turned stone into bread. That wasn't the question. What was really the issue? The issue was Satan was saying, if you be the Son of God. So, like I said, it's always been about this whole argument between God and Satan has been about the identity of Jesus Christ. When Jesus said, I am, before Moses was, or before Abraham was, I am, he was saying, I am God. And this angered the Pharisees and scribes and Pharisees. They wanted to kill him for this reason. Again, it was about his identity and who he said he was, who he believed he was, who he knew he was. And Satan here is saying, if you be the Son of God. So again, I think there's the whole argument in the heavenlies is about who Jesus is, his identity in the heavenly realms. So then you have, again, in the second temptation, the same thing. Um, he take him up to the pinnacle of the temple. If thou be the Son of God, cast thyself down. So again, here Satan is tempting Jesus. Not so much it's also to show the people in the temple area who he was, but it really was about this question, this argument about the identity of Jesus Christ. And I'm going to show you that this is a very, very important issue. Um, that this goes way, way back. That Jesus didn't feel he needed to justify his identity to Satan. Jesus knew who he was, and therefore he wasn't going to be tempted into proving anything to Satan. Only thing Jesus was interested in doing was proving his obedience to the Father, and that he was worthy to be glorified by his obedience, to be humbled, to be put on human flesh and go to the cross. That's the only thing that Jesus was interested in. It was proving his obedience to the Father. Whereas Satan wanted Jesus to prove himself and receive his glory at that moment. Anyway, I'm going to go into that in a little bit. I'm going to leave this portion of this, what I'm trying to say here right now. So we'll talk to you in a bit.